Good morning, everybody. Sorry. So first of all, who we are. I think it's good to introduce ourselves. My name is Romain, so I'm a senior consultant for Hyundai for around 2 years. I've been working with Jean-Baptiste. So I'm working mostly on lead gen, lead management program, data quality and marketing automation, and some specific projects depending on the client requirements.
So hello everyone, I'm Jean-Baptiste Giraud, head of digital and CRM for Hyundai Motor France. So maybe as an introduction, so as you maybe know, we are the main partner, one of the main partners for FIFA World Cup. So that's the actuality, and I hope maybe we're gonna watch the football match France against Peru this afternoon.
I think it's a must.
After the meeting, it will be much more interesting. So I just want to introduce a little bit the subject with some context elements. I think it's important to explain to you what we want to see with you, because it's not maybe the sexiest presentation we're gonna see. It's quite serious. It's about how we collect, how we convert, what would be the perfect KPI. But it's important to have in your mind as a place of Hyundai in France in comparison with Hyundai worldwide. So Hyundai Motor Company is the fifth manufacturer in the world, with Hyundai Motor Company is Hyundai plus Kia. And only Hyundai in France is Hyundai in France is the only, if I can say, at the 15th rank on the market. In 2017, it was 1.5 market share. So, and it's about dealership, it's 180 dealerships. Why I'm saying that? It's just to explain, we are a small company in France, and our goal with Romain is how to be more efficient with the organization, with our tool, of course, IgnitionOne, and how to organize everything to be sure to be really efficient in the lead conversion for sure, but also in the sales conversion at the end. And that everyone working in automotive industry, of course, the main objective is to sell, and our common objective is really to target and to identify at the end of the story all sales we are able to do with all tools. So, and one maybe a little thing, other thing. When you are a little company, one lead is really important. So that means we cannot buy a huge amount of leads on media and just let a lead aside. It's very important for us to follow all leads activity very precisely with our network, and we don't want to waste media investment and all lead acquisition program we have set up with Romain since 3 years now.
So what Jean-Baptiste wanted to say also is Hyundai is a challenger brand in France. So it's very important to keep that mindset live. So just a quick reminder of what you are meant to do when you are a challenger brand. We are talking today about digital scoring, very good example of DMP, security with Outlook is very, very all around the digital ecosystem. We are still a product-driven industry in the automotive, and of course everybody wants to improve the customer experience, have a customer-centric vision, etc. But if you don't have the product in automotive, it's quite complicated to grow. We showed some figures just before in the previous slide. Hyundai has a good product momentum for the past 5 years. And if you check our growth on the right side of the slide, it's plus 28% this year. So it's very much linked also to product and, of course, our great lead gen activations. But I wanted just to point this out again because it's important. The second pillar is the network. Hyundai has been growing its network and it's still not enough in France, but it's growing, so it's a good point. And then we come to marketing. We are all part of the big marketing digital family. And marketing for us, considering the very well-known automotive brand funnel, conversion funnel, sorry, you all know this funnel, you have seen it many, many times. But we have the brand awareness activated through great events such as FIFA World Cup for Hyundai. The consideration driven also by product, press release, etc., etc. And the purchase. And we place digital, PRM, CRM between these two areas, between consideration and purchase. And our mindset is very much linked to get better ROI and some short-term sales. We are challengers, so we need to grow. This is another funnel, the lead gen conversion funnel. What it wants to show is we have defined each steps. You also know this funnel very well. And we thought, what can we build at each of these steps to monitor our activity, to monitor our lead conversion, etc., etc. So it's quite complicated because we are not a digital sales-based company. We have a network, so we generate traffic. This traffic converts into leads. This lead needs to be called by a dealer network. Dealer needs to sell, etc., etc. So you cannot have a magic tool or magic box. You press a button and you see that this ad generated this sale, etc., etc. So we have been building for around 2 years an ecosystem of applications to be able to monitor at each steps of this funnel some metrics. So it can be callback metrics. We have some examples afterwards. Trigger emails, reminders. So you will see example just afterwards. So how do we collect efficiently? We try to collect efficiently. We have some kind of, this is the funnel, an overview of the funnel. So lead generation, lead management, lead conversion. I was mentioning application at each steps. So lead generation, how do we handle this? First of all, we have quite a detail-based approach. Florian was mentioning some audiences per model. We have some target per model, but each quarter. So it's just to show you that each quarter we're trying to push another model in front of another one. So, and we follow these targets very accurately. We have a lot of trigger emails based on lead types. You are all equipped with that kind of stuff. We have IgnitionOne triggers. And also we have a unique call center process to qualify and validate these leads. Many manufacturers, they do have this kind of approach. Lead management, we have decided to gather all the leads in one tool to be able to monitor through dashboarding, etc. We are monitoring call center, appointments. We have a shared agenda with our network, so we can slot an appointment for a dealer through this agenda. We enable everybody in the organization to view these leads on the dealer level, area manager level, manufacturer level, and we try to keep it simple. Our mindset is also, this is a complex world in digital, and we want to keep mastering what we are doing. Everybody can understand our approach, even a dealer can understand. So it's very respectful with dealer. I'm a former dealer myself. And we also have incentives and penalties for this network because we need an involvement from everybody at some point. And conversion, we are trying to monitor per channel, per area, per dealer. So still quite checking is this area having the same conversion rate, etc. So quite precise. And we have different analysis level. We have database matching, of course, but also some kind of surveys, simple surveys. We're going to show them afterwards. 1 month after our leads, 5 months after our leads, and we compare these results depending on the time frame. So all this is monitored through tools we are going to check right away. So an example for lead gen. This is a kind of dashboard. We have hidden the figures. You can understand confidentiality, but what it wants to show is we need to make it simple, understandable for everybody. So on the top, you can just check some key KPIs we have defined. So it can be call track from the dealer network in less than an hour, less than 24 hours. Appointment rates, so how many leads are converting into real show into the dealer. Conversion rates after 1 month, conversion rates after 5 months. And we have these statistics separated in different campaign types. So CRM campaigns, PRM campaigns, on-site, FIFA activations, etc., roadshows, all kind of campaigns you all activate also. And we also have specific application. We have decided not to buy Oracle or Salesforce. Of course, we have some Oracle, SAP within the Hyundai group, of course. But we have decided to create these specific customized tools. And we sometimes do it also for Facebook, for example, because we need to monitor Facebook quite closely. Walled garden. Hyundai B2B activation, or it can be CRM. So it's all based on our own creativity. Lead management, just a few examples. On the top, you have some statistics for call tracking. So this explains how the dealer calls back some leads. So what speed? So you can check for the French less than an hour or less than 4 hours. You have some statistic per dealers. So it's monitored by GB and his teams on the field also. And this is an example of the shared agenda with a dealer. So just to show you to picture a little bit this tool. It can seem simple, but to share an agenda with the dealer network is not that simple. So you have quite many challenges to face. And we managed to do this in 3 months, approximately.
Maybe, Romain, you can see here a very interesting example of something very simple for the network. So thanks to our call center, we can push directly some appointments in the system. And that's simple, but that's a key thing if you want to convert easily and to be sure you have a real appointment at the end and a good appointment management by the network.
And some examples of lead conversion monitored through the surveys I have mentioned, or other methodologies such as cross-checking databases between leads and sales or purchase orders. So we can have the conversion per channel, per campaign, and you can see IgnitionOne is part of the leads of the KPI we are checking, and Ignition has a good conversion rate, so I can say. And yeah, you just have we have left just one few figures at the bottom you can check. So yeah, it's real data. Sorry, Baptiste. And yeah, on the right side, we also try to monitor why you have many use cases why lead hasn't converted. So you have the reasons on the right side. So because the offer was not good enough, that kind of thing, and we are thinking about maybe activating other triggers, call, email, display, whatever, based on this information. So everybody's trying to build its own ecosystem. I think it's very interesting to monitor, and we, as a small company, have tried to keep it quite simple. So as a conclusion, collect and convert efficiently is a day-to-day challenge. It relies, for us, our vision is, it relies on a detail-based approach, which is part of the bigger process. Hyundai has been willing to build some customized process and break silos between sales and marketing. I think you are all facing this issue. And a sponsored leadership for us has been key, a sponsored leadership from top manager to achieve such projects, because many people are involved, dealer networking involved, etc., etc. Thanks for your attention.